Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Hello, another day, another review, a Burger King review. You might notice I'm kind of wearing the same thing as the last one. I've been driving for 3 days straight. None of these places knew what this was, so I was just searching and searching, and I finally found it. I found what I was looking for. I got it. This is a fairly new sandwich, and it really hasn't been talked about much. This is, if you want to get real fancy, you could say this is the white whale of fast food items. Well, it's a legend. You might hear people kind of talking about it in the dark corners of insert building here, and that's it. You can't find anything about this online. It's a mystery. But it's allegedly on the Burger King menu. And there actually was a poster for it on the store there, and there are other reviews for it. It's on the website too, but it's still a mystery. This is the barbecue bacon crispy chicken sandwich. Alright, it's the barbecue bacon crispy chicken sandwich, and they've released these earlier in the month, and they really weren't talked about as much as I thought they would be, because when the crispy chicken sandwich was released, that was a big deal. You had articles about it, etc. When they released these subsets thereof, where they had like a bacon and cheese crispy chicken sandwich they released now. They have the barbecue bacon crispy chicken sandwich. No one's saying anything about it. It strikes me as odd. I don't know if it's just, if no one's excited about it, or if it was just a mistake on the PR team and they didn't do a good job of just getting the word out about it, or whatever it may be. Anyway, I have it though. I'm looking at my notepad on the floor here, that's why I keep hunching over like that. The barbecue bacon crispy chicken sandwich has bacon, sweet and tangy barbecue sauce, lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Alright, so here it is in its, I guess in its wrapping. And now I'll take it out of its wrapping. Oh, it's good they went easy on the mayo today. Here's what it looks like. From a bird's eye view, you can definitely see a lot of the mayo on it. You can kind of see some of the glistening barbecue sauce on the bottom. This is a potato bun, by the way. You can see the top. It's pretty simple, you know, a couple pieces of lettuce, strands of lettuce, and some mayo. A tomato, some more mayo, and some pieces of bacon. A piece of bacon did fall off. This is what it looks like close up. And we'll put it back over here for full flavor. And I guess the barbecue sauce, they kind of sneak it in just around here. You can kind of see it there. And then the bottom bun, I don't want to risk it falling apart, but it looks like they have even more lovely mayo. Just because they weren't sure if this was enough already. So they had to put a little more just to play it safe. Alright then. We know what's on it. You know what's on it. I know what's on it. We'll just see what it tastes like. How's that sound? So it is the barbecue bacon crispy chicken sandwich from Burger King going in. Take one more bite of this, but I'm pretty much at my wit's end. I do want to try one last thing. I apologize. I know I said it's the last bite, but I want to try one last thing because I'm getting some observations and just want to try something out here. It's interesting. You know what? It's interesting. It's interesting how it's been these last few weeks with the reviews, right? That's what it looks like. I had to spit it out. It's been interesting. You've noticed with the things I've been reviewing, I've either been giving very high ratings or very low ratings. And that's for good reason, because that's the coincidence of things. The items I've been trying have either been very good or just terrible. And this thing wasn't so good that I just lost all control of the muscles in my mouth and it just ejected it uncontrollably out of my mouth. That wasn't the case. I voluntarily had to spit it out because it was bad. I know I do take individual preparation into account when it comes to all of this, and I'll hold this up for you one last time so you can kind of see what a mess this thing is. I'll tell you what's wrong with it. This reminds me of that sandwich you could see there. Good view of it. The big problem, and looks like the rain is starting to come down, and I apologize if the inclemency thereof gets in the way of things, but I'll just keep, I'll keep going. The big problem about this, and this reminds me of that McDonald's sandwich. Maybe you remember it, maybe you watched it, where I tried their signature crafted sandwich. And it looked good, and all the ingredients were good. And then it came to the chicken patty, and that ruined it. This is the same thing, where all the ingredients themselves, except for the chicken, are fine. Alright, there was a lot of mayo, I will say that. But then, the chicken patty. I know exactly what happened. I could just take a guess, and it almost strikes out to me. With the crispy chicken sandwich, of course, they want it crispy. You know, I'm sure management said, make it extra crispy, make it crispy. And, of course, they put it in the fryer. It's clear to me they left it in the fryer probably for a minute too long, maybe even 2 minutes too long. Because, yes, it is crispy, but it's to the point, and I saw this, and it looked... I'll actually show you right here, a little piece of it. If you look, perhaps you can see, it looks a little dark, you know, for a piece of fried chicken. Well, here's what happened. They left it in too long. It's completely overcooked, overdone, to the point where you bite in, it tastes burnt. There's no moisture in it whatsoever, and it's absolutely terrible in that regard. There's no flavor in it whatsoever. It's bone dry. You're chewing it forever. It sucks away the moisture from maybe that's why they put all the mayo on it, to try and hide that fact. And it's so, I had to spit out a bite when I tried it directly because it's terrible. Individual preparation, yes. But this was bad. This is just as bad as that McDonald's sandwich that I had. Just as inedible as that. It tastes absolutely terrible. And that's such a disappointment. For your sake, I'll try some of the bacon. Yeah, it has a nice little crunchiness, but it's still lacking in some of that nice fattiness that you like in the bacon. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. We'll use my finger and we'll try some of the barbecue sauce. More tangy than it is sweet. Definitely has a little bit of smokiness to it too. But still fine and passable. And then, of course, the big complaint, the chicken. It just ruins everything. And that's all I can say. Maybe the storm outside is a reflection of my emotions, just the sheer anger I feel about this, you know? As I keep talking, it just gets worse and worse, you know? So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I can control the weather, and this is just going on because it was such a bad sandwich. I don't know. But truth be told, in short, and I'll stop essentially. The rest of the ingredients go together all right. They taste fine. But the biggest problem here is the chicken, which is a complete, total mess. A piece of garbage, inedible, overcooked, absolutely terrible. This may very well warrant a re-review. We'll see how long they keep this. It's on the table, not a guarantee, perhaps, but I'm just warning you right now, if you go to your Burger King, please beware of the quality of the food you may be getting. You know, this happened at one. This is a different Burger King from some that I've been to, and I've had bad experiences at those too, so it seems almost uniform throughout all the chains here. So just please beware of that, and tread lightly when it comes down to this item. This was $5.63 that I just threw out. I threw it out into the storm essentially because it was wasted on a sandwich that I'm not going to take another bite of, unfortunately. And with that, I'm going to give it a 0.5 out of 10. Very, very bad. That's all that I can say. Extremely bad. And that's it. As a matter of fact, it's worse than the McDonald's sandwich because at least that looked pretty. And at least the ingredients themselves are quality. This is just standard ingredients, so it's even worse than that when you combined everything together and you factor in the price. It's disappointing, ladies and gentlemen, but hey, it's all random. You don't know what you're going to get. Sometimes you might have the best sandwich ever, and it'll be so delicious. Sometimes you're going to get it, and it's going to be a complete wash. It's going to be terrible. So, that's the fun thing about this, at least. You never know what you're going to get, and sometimes it could be great, sometimes it can be bad, but that's just how it is. That's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and today's review is for the barbecue bacon crispy chicken sandwich from Burger King. Thank you all. Take care. We will see you later.